Howdy, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So this reading is for the person who is constantly code switching, shifting mannerisms, accents, the interests, clothing, all different types of aspects of yourself in order to fit in and accommodate with your audience. Now, if this sounds like someone that you know or you, then stay tuned because Ancestors got something to say. So what I receive is this. Until you actually make peace with who you are and how you are, you're going to keep bumping your head up against the wall, the ground, the everything. Because what I receive, and no, I'm not reading anything right now, is that you have a tendency of recreating yourself like every few moons, right? Every few months, you're just reinventing yourself because you're like, that's not working for me. And even more so, you reinvent yourself based off of the audience not the one that seeks you, the one that you seek, the one that you find yourself in the midst of. So if you're in Italy, all of a sudden that's your life, I can't even think of any Italian words to say, but if you are, regardless of where you are, that becomes your obsession. So if you are dating a musician, then all of a sudden music is life, even though you couldn't stand it 2 seconds before you met the person, right? So what Spirit is saying is that you have to make peace with who you are. Now, the way that I see it is almost like a conversion of worlds, right? Who you are versus who you mask yourself as being. And those worlds are never aligning. And that's why you find yourself struggling so much in the external, in reality. Anytime you try to put out a project, anytime you try to do anything, it always feels like it's a failure. Well, Spirit is saying it's actually a success in that the reason why things aren't going the way that you want them to is because you're not being authentic to yourself. You're feeling like you're not good enough. So you keep recreating yourself so that way you can be a little bit more palatable to the powers that be, right? When in fact, what you're doing by pretending to be someone that you're not is you're actually pushing away your soul tribe, for lack of better phrasing, right? If you just make peace with who you are, what you like, who you aspire to be, all those things, know and understand that you do not have to fit the mold of everyone else who does that same thing, right? Because if you try to fit that mold, then you're going to get those same type of clients is what I receive. And then you're going to wonder who sent you? Because you're not going to energetically vibe because that's not really your energy level, right? So what you have to do instead is become authentic, make peace with being authentically you. Now, of course, this is going to take some shadow work. Of course, it's going to take some healing and some just divine and true accountability with yourself by acknowledging the fact that you just have not been comfortable in your own skin for however many years. So instead of pushing yourself off, face it. It's okay. You don't have to put on the proverbial uniform that everyone else wears. You can do the same thing as the next person, but present it in a different way. And because of that authenticity, you're finally going to start reeling in the people who are meant to work with you, see you, and it's finally going to allow you to the exposure that you feel and know you are always meant to have. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line to this bottom line is start walking your own path. Start being true to you. If it doesn't feel like something is in alignment with you, it doesn't mean you have to shut everyone else down, but it means that you don't have to be so adaptable. You don't have to be that proverbial chameleon to fit into every single space that you find yourself in. Instead, you can present yourself as you truly are and know, trust, and believe that you're not going to be abandoned. You're not going to be ostracized. And in the event that those types of things do happen, also know, trust, and believe that it's because they weren't meant to be in your realm of existence. It's because sometimes, you might be, what I hear is something that a pastor always says is the problem is you're an eagle, but you're over here walking with the chickens on the ground. You're supposed to be soaring in the sky. Now, that's not any ego trip. That's not saying that anyone is better than anyone else. It's just saying that you're different type of beings. And until you embrace and accept that you are different from everyone else that surrounds you, you're going to find yourself constantly uncomfortable. You're going to find yourself constantly trying to fit in. You're going to find yourself constantly hitting your head and feeling like you are not succeeding. So, what's your mission? Face yourself. And that's it. So as always, if this message resonates, then that means it is for you or someone you know. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Maybe the next one will resonate. Either way, I thank you for watching and listening, and I wish you the best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace. And don't forget to check me out on all of social media. I'm everywhere you want to be, or maybe shouldn't. But anyway, when you look me up, just remember it's Marissa Moments, and that's Marissa with one S, because like I always like to say, there's only one me. So until next time,